Hello class, welcome to Anthropology 449, Community Development from the Ground Up. I'm your instructor, Professor Dorian, although you can call me Patrick, as this is an upper division class, and we'll be working very closely together throughout the whole semester, the whole process. So in this class, we're going to be using something called a participatory framework or participatory methodology to learn about community development and how to do community development. So we're going to be learning about things like what is development and how do we define community, and how can we make this process truly inclusive and what does that mean, and how can we make this process truly beneficial, meaningful, and appropriate for the community, and what does that mean. As such, in this class we do have two pieces. We have theory and practice, okay? Because the theory is going to help inform our practice. So in the beginning of class, I'm going to introduce you to some theories. And these will be very, very important for us to digest so that we can help inform our practice. The other piece of class is an applied piece, and so you will physically be doing an evaluation project, a community development project, in the real world, and so this applied piece is a really special, a really important piece of this class. So we do have both things, and as well we have readings about practical stuff, methodology. How do I do this? That kind of thing, to help inform us. A couple of notes about class. This is an upper division class. It's a 400 level class, so that means there's no way around it. You have to read, and you have to read a lot of stuff. I have primary source material for you. It's going to be vital for you to get through that. Instead of having lectures in this class, we have readings, because the primary source material is going to do it much better than I could ever hope to. Second, this class is going to maybe feel, it might feel a little bit different to some of you than classes you are used to. Essentially, you are in the driver's seat. So you're going to get out of this class what you put in. That's sort of true for all classes. It's very true for this class. For instance, there are no tests or exams, and there's no data to memorize or information to memorize and then be tested on. This is about you engaging with all of this material and doing one thing throughout the entire process, and that is reflecting. So anthropologists use reflexivity in their practice, and that we are going to mimic that in our class. And as such, we have reflection papers throughout the course, designed to help you do this. Okay, so I'm going to be throwing a lot of information at you, like information through a fire hose, and your job is not to get overwhelmed and try to freak out about all the stuff that you need to remember, but think about the broad strokes. There's nothing for you to memorize. There's only things for you to try to think about and process. And so think about it as a process, and I think that you'll be okay. Think of Bob Ross. Do you guys know who Bob Ross is? So before we get to the details on the trees and the land of happy little trees, what we're looking for in this painting is broad strokes. That's what we're looking for. So keep that in mind as you go through, and don't feel overwhelmed by any of the information if you feel like it's a little too difficult or if there's a little too much of it. Just get through as best you can, and use me and use the class discussion board to help you do that. We as well are going to be doing an applied project. You don't have to worry about that right now, but you might consider looking in wherever you do live into some community organizations that exist there, or thinking about the kinds of things that you are interested in, and seeing what organizations might do something like that in your town, in your region, whatever's easy. Some students struggle with trying to find a community organization to work with, and this should be the easiest part of everything. It doesn't really matter, because everything that we're going to learn can be applied to any organization in the way that it runs. Okay, so more later on all of this stuff. I'm going to try to give you guys updates, little videos at the beginning of each module that will help you set up your brain for thinking, perhaps, and help you. If you find them useful, please watch them. If you find them not useful, then don't watch them. But this class is broken up into 8 modules. Each module works 2 weeks, for 2 weeks. So module 1 is the first 2 weeks of class. Everything should be explained on the actual syllabus, okay? And then when you get through the syllabus as well, you're going to see that there are reflection papers. There is a discussion board that you must contribute to each week. That's going to keep us all honest in our reading and in our participation in class. This is, after all, a class that's using a participatory framework, so we ourselves must participate together. That is going to be a large part of how we learn in class, and I will be participating as well in the same way that you are. And last, there is a peer review, which will happen once we're all done with our actual evaluation plan, which we will create, over the course of several weeks. And so we'll be looking at each other's plans and talking about it and so on and so forth. Okay, you can look all that stuff up in the syllabus, which is posted on Canvas. Welcome to Anthropology 449. I'm really looking forward to working with you.